Coach, what areas do you feel like the offense is ahead of schedule?
I think overall knowledge of what we're doing now. I think actually going through spring and having this summer, the first week of training camp has been a lot of recall for the guys. So now they're in a position more of, how to do things instead of what to do, trying to iron down techniques and just small details.
Coach, during SEC Media Days, when asked about the strength of the offense, what he hopes it is, Free said the running game. How's the running game coming along, and what do you see from your running backs?
I think the running game is doing well right now, doing a great job in our zone schemes, doing a great job in some of my gap schemes. I think our running backs have been solid. I think we've been getting really good push from the offensive line up front so far. So I've been very pleased.
Have you completely won over your daughter?
I have completely won her over. I think that going through the spring game, and then we had an event, Big Cat Weekend. I think she had a chance to get around and get with some other kids, some of the recruits. She's getting involved with some of the guys I'm recruiting now too, and getting to know them personally. So I think she's all Auburn.
Does she have a pitch? Does she pitch the Auburn at all?
Well, you know what? She sings. She goes around the house singing the fight song all the time now. So that's I think that's a really good sign.
Speaking of Big Cat Weekend, the recruiting trail has been really kind to Auburn. What is the staff doing to set themselves apart on the recruiting trail?
I think the big thing is, first, we have an outstanding group of coaches, staff, off the field, recruiting department. Our head coach, he kind of spearheads it all, and everybody just doing work. Grinding and doing a great job to me and communicating with recruits and doing everything we can to sell our vision of what we can do in the future.
Derrick, how much of a challenge is it? You walk in here, you don't know these guys, and when you talk to them, they think a lot of you.
What you talking about, the recruits or
the players?
The players?
Yeah. How much of a challenge is it to walk into a new place and start winning guys over like that?
I think it's huge overall, I think. But I think my thought process going into it was to come in and show these guys that I'm willing to go in here and work, that I'm willing to put in the time, put in the effort. Everything I'm asking them to do, letting them know that I want to do it by example first. And I think once they see that, they see you going into the team meetings, they see you going in and out of position meetings, they see you on the practice field. When we're away from the building, I think that is huge. I think we stressed that this offseason, not just coaching our guy between the white lines and not in the building, but taking them to our house, whether it be taking them to bowling, whatever it may be. I think getting to know them on a personal level, I think that kind of eases everything.
Derrick, you were at Ole Miss when they had that run of receivers as part of y'all's offense. What's sort of the checklist that you look at for a young wide receiver like the guys you have right now to make sure they're good to go?
I think those guys, first of all, have to have a unique mindset outside. That when that ball's in the air, it is mine. I think obviously the common traits of having good hands, great route running ability, being able to win one-on-ones, having a sense of toughness about them, and just really, frankly, hey, I want the ball type mentality. I think that's what it takes to. The way we had success there at Ole Miss is what I think the formula is at wide receiver.
Do you find it a benefit, maybe your experience also coaching receivers, that maybe you're able to help out in that room with a guy like Marcus?
It is definitely, in my opinion, it has helped. My last 4 years being able to do that, getting some hands-on experience doing it. My experiences, different techniques has definitely been a help.
How does Auburn project to use the running backs in the passing game this year? We've seen at practice, you guys kind of throwing the ball down the field for running backs on wheel routes.
Yeah, it just depends on what the game plan dictates. I think our guys can do some of those things, and I think it just depends on week to week.
Who's the best pass catcher?
If you ask today, Jarquez would say he is. Cobb is probably right up there too. DA's been working on it. So if you ask Jarquez, he's gonna probably jump up first and say he's the best.
Speaking of Jarquez, he's a veteran guy that's been around a long time. Just talk about him and what he brings.
Leadership, number one. Work ethic. The guy comes in a good mood every day. You know what you're going to get. He comes in to punch a clock, and he's going to do extra. He's going to practice hard. He's going to run hard. He just try to perfect it all, and he's always trying to please. After every snap, he's in a position, what can I do better? What can I improve on? And I think that's a great quality to have for a guy that's been a veteran.
Where do you feel like Peyton has shown the most improvement from spring until now?
He's got a quiet confidence about himself. He's operating the offense at a high level. He understands from what Coach Austin is trying to teach him. He's been able to execute that on the field. Just totally confident. He seems at ease in everything. Being able to check protections, get us into the right runs. I mean, it's just a different sense of urgency about himself right now.
You mentioned Jarquez's role as potentially a pass catcher. What do you kind of see out of Damari and what he can do this season? He was injured last year, but has shown a lot of explosiveness as a runner.
A lot of the same things. DA, I think, is an excellent runner in between the tackles. Also on the outside edge, he's shown really good hands. I mean, I think both of those guys are kind of yin and yang. I think they both bring a lot of the similar skill sets to the table.